England Patriots.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson ready for some preseason football. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. And he'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams. And the offense has a long field on drive one. Drake May, year 3 for the 3rd overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. Runner-up for the league MVP a year ago and the 2nd youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl.
Well, it's hard to find an NFL quarterback, Mike, that had a better year 2 than Drake May. Of course, took the New England Patriots to the Super Bowl, came up a little bit short against the Seattle Seahawks. And now the question is, can they continue to improve this roster? Can they continue to give Drake May the weapons that he's going to need to see if he can take even another step here in year 3?
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Approach with defense. Still 2nd down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. In motion goes Dobbs. May to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think you'd be able to corral. They can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Eagles, and that's Jalen Hurts. Year 7 now in the league. The Super Bowl 59 MVP out of Oklahoma.
You know, one of the biggest stories of the entire NFL offseason, Mike, was the Philadelphia Eagles, and specifically this Eagles offense. And, you know, anytime you talk about that, it's going to center around the quarterback and Jalen Hurts. And, you know, here's a guy that's been a Super Bowl champion, has played in multiple Super Bowls, has been an MVP contender multiple seasons. So how do they build this new offense around him? How do they get Jalen Hurts back playing the ball we saw just a couple seasons ago? Because when he's at his best with the talent of this offense, this is a Super Bowl contender. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Man in motion is Smith. On third down, it's Hurts. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. Now an injured player on the field, and that's the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So, on fourth down, here's Brayton Mann to punch it away for the Eagles. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. Patriots heading out, and there's a look at their long-time, multi-time, and successful offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels. Josh made his return to the Patriots a successful one last year, helping to guide the young quarterback Drake May and take them to the AFC Championship. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Finding room at the 35. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, New England.
And this is the conversation that surrounds the topic of running the ball in the NFL. Mike, if you're going to rely on scoring on 10, 11, 12 play drives and then fight it out in the red zone, there's a lot of pressure on that red zone offense. It's going to be very hard to accumulate a lot of points, but when you can be explosive and you can score from a ways out, that's the sign of the most impactful run game, and big-time play there.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Off the play fake, Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Man in motion is Smith. On play action, here's Hurts. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up the third down.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
On third down, here's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on fourth down. Here's Braden Mag now, and he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. Too much length there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. Trevion Henderson and the rest of this New England offense set for their next possession. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And they might very well lean on him the next three quarters, too. Here's May to throw it on first down. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Well, I mean, we see it every week. There is a conscious push to protect quarterbacks, Mike. I get it. They are the face. They are the stars of the league, and sometimes it can go a little bit too far, but this felt like the right call. It was close, but that's a late hit, and it's going to draw a flag near every time.
On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
On the draw, it's Henderson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Third and 12.
Out of the gun, here's May. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's Bryce Baringer now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's going to wind up losing a yard.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got the rookie, second-round pick, Eli Stowers. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 30.
It is a big play for the Eagles. And even 30 yards. In some rhythm, the drive rolling. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. See what they have for 2nd and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This one from 54 yards out. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. And Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the huddle, keeping up with the play clock, getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself for the inevitability of a week one playing the full game in a full live environment. So This was the next step. You got practice to get your body right. Then you have a couple preseason reps to kind of take that next step, all leading up to being healthy and ready to go come week 1 of the regular season.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. In motion goes Dobbs. Throwing on 2nd down. May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
This will be a 2nd down and 6. Now Hurts. Out wide, here's Smith. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
3rd down, here's Hurts out of the gun. Not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. It is Harold Landry working his way in for the sack.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. I hit that a little too well, lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Henderson. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now the man from Alabama. This is Jam Miller. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Man in motion is Brown. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
3rd time punt team has been summoned in this first half. Kicks away, and no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On play action, Hurts. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That is caught right side by Lemon. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Man in motion is Smith. 3rd and short. And Hurts will throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Man in motion is Brown. On second down, it's May. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Hey, Sean Booty, the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
The penalty gets them back where they started, and it is third down and 10. Here's May. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with first and 10. Hurts out quick, RPO to Lemon, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's second and 8. Here's Hurts. He takes off. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A first down throw for Hurts. That one's incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. Here's Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with first and 10. He'll get it going on the ground with Miller. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
May to throw on second down. Byron Young gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 3rd and long, here's May. He'll get this one complete to Brown. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. Come to the line now for 1st down and 10. They run out of the gun with Miller. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is May. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. You did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That one is good. And the Patriots will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And Borregales was a nice find for the Patriots last year. As a rookie, 27-32, 84%. But it was the big kicks, the big moments on the run to the Super Bowl, and he gets them 3 here.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. A throw left side caught by Stowers. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 2. Here we go. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Exiting the pocket right. He'll try to run for it. And he gets there, got the first down. Not by much, but he didn't need much. Scrambles far enough to get a fresh set of down.
3rd and short. You think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
And he'll get about 5. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. Have it by plenty, too. Keeping the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
First down, Eagles.
Yeah, so I really like this zone read concept, Mike, especially as a change of pace. These defensive ends, they're closing hard. They're trying to prevent you from picking up the first down. And every once in a while, that quarterback pulls it and comes out the backside of the defense, and he gets just enough for the first down.
There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And in motion is Brown. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. To the sideline, it is intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll start the drive with Miller. He's twisted down, and a late flag comes in. We're going to get a face mask added on here.
Defense. Automatic first down.
Here's May to throw it on first down. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Complete to number 44. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the first quarter of play. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's 3rd and 7. In motion goes Dobbs. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end Calcaterra to the left. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Hurts. He's going to keep it himself. And the decision to take off was a good one. Pickup of 8, that's a 1st down.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 2nd down.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake, Hurts. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here comes 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's their punter now. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
The Patriots take over.
Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of the fullback. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Here's a handoff to Miller. And nothing doing here. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Christian Ellis, they're on the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
In trouble, and down he goes. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back is DeVito. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To throw, DeVito. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. Byron Young in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Patriots ready for the punt, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. See what they have for 2nd and 10. up there. Good for an Eagles first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. Nothing. Met at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That's right side. He's got count to Terra. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They send a receiver in motion left. On the handoff, this is Miller. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Throwing is DeVito. He's got a man. That is Kayshon Boutte. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, here's DeVito. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second and 10. Here's DeVito. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it looked like one of the Patriots was able to fall on it. Indeed, they did. They are able to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense. Still third down.
The penalty helps a bit, but it's still third and long. DeVito. And they're going to get him for a second time. He goes down again.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Behringer's punt is away. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On play action. One of the Patriots has it. And they are in business. It'll be first and goal. A sudden change here. They've got it back inside the 10-yard line. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. First and goal. Here's a run. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here now, second down and goal. Miller goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The extra point now for Portugales. And we'll get a whistle to stop it. An injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Down a couple of scores now, 16-0, as they want to get going here. Drive starts 1st and 10. This one not quite on target. Got him too much, and that one falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. But it looks like the Eagles are able to corral it, so Philly will retain possession. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third and a long way to go. To throw, Hurts. Has a man wide open. It is Lemon. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Man now, out to punt. His kick is away.
The Patriots take over first.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Haskins. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In motion goes Dobbs. Now DeVito. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the drive will continue. He's got the first down. The scramble picks up 7 yards. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. A.J. Epinesa in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. That'll bring up 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. He keeps it himself. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Miller. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Here's Haskins. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Midfield. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, A.J. Britt.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Patriots offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Miller. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Ty Robinson on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff here with Haskins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A big loss on the
Well,
play.
say this defense has had their way in this first half here, Mike, would probably be the understatement of the game. I mean, that's now 6 sacks for this defense, and we haven't even gotten to halftime yet.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone.
The
Patriots offense ready to get back at it.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's Hasty, and he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. That's Jihad Campbell getting in there to make the play. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear coming into this game that this offense felt that they had a distinct advantage running the ball. It was a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results indicate that they were spot on.
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Clock ticking down, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. We're back to Foxborough after this. Drive rolls on here with 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop, and that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll air it out deep. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the 1st half. That one picks up a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
At the 35-yard line.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. Now, faking the give. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down and 3. On the carry, it's Haskins. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Third and 3.
They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing third and 3. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On fourth down, out comes Andres Porregales for the Patriot field goal.
51-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A first down throw for Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. First and 10. Now, Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. That's another sack. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Third and long.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is fourth down.
Needless to say, there aren't many plays on the call sheet for that down and distance. So instead of doing something crazy and forcing a ball into coverage, he realizes that primary read wasn't there. Throw this ball away and puts an end to this drive.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms, and we head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown.
And this is a spot where a defense can just pin their ears back and just get after the offense. And as a quarterback here, Mike, you just have to be smart. You can't take too many unnecessary risks, but here he doesn't have a great sense of who's around him, coughs up the ball, and from there, not real far to go to get a handle on it and take it straight into the end zone.
The PAT up and good. And the Pats will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
See what they have for second and 7. On play action, here's Hurts. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, here's Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
We'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. The Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession.
20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call.
Still 2nd down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Man in motion is Brown. To throw, DeVito. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to be 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And I think the Eagles have it. Yes, they do. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope, here in the preseason especially, that it's not too serious. That's quickly, and Stowers on the RPO. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Throwing, Dalton. That is caught in the end zone. He's got it. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Eagles. Following the touchdown, Dalton has the offense ready to try for two.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. And the two-point conversion is unsuccessful.
23, Eagles 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the give, Haskins. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. In motion goes Dobbs. To throw, here's DeVito. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We're all set to kick this one away.
For the Patriots.
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Quick throw out to Lemon, and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle, gets him down behind the line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Man in motion is Smith. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's taken down up past the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Chad Muma there to bring him down.
He was brought down by Chad Muma. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Dalton. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
He's going to uncork one, looking for Wicks. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here comes the Eagles punt team. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession.
20-yard line.
On the ground, here's Haskins. And he's going to be yanked down awkwardly there. Here comes the flag, almost certain to be a face mask.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was brought down by Jacorian Bennett. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Brown. Little quick pass to the receiver, heading right. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and inches. They'll run with Haskins. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up first down.
3 yards.
Job well done right there. 3rd and inches. You don't want to chop or step or go east and west. You're just trying to hit this thing downhill as hard as possible, run right at the defense. And he doesn't get a whole lot, but he does get the first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Now we'll get a pause here. An injured player, and it's A.J. Brown, who was hurt on that last play. DeVito. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, you always talk about it. Take care of the ball. And in this one, this team just has not.
Yeah, and you're just not going to win in the NFL if you're going to lose the turnover battle at this rate. And it's not just one guy. There's multiple guys who have their hand in this, and if they don't get it cleaned up and they don't continue to prioritize protecting the ball, we're going to see more bad performances out of them here in the future.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Dalton working from the pistol. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run the draw with Bigsby. And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll come up now again. Good news, it's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. It'll get forward to about the 42. There to make the stop, that is KJ Britt.
42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And the defense all over that one. They stop him. There is no gain. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll motion the slot man right. Now Dalton. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping him short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
Oh, he's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short, and they've turned it over on downs.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Offense rolling right along on this drive. Another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
He's hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Throwing is DeVito. He'll get this out to his running back. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. And now the punting unit will come up. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. That's quickly out to Smith. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Dalton to throw. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Man in motion is Smith. Now, faking the give. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
A pass caught by Saquon. That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here.
Yeah, and they do everything right. They force fourth down, and they're a play away from getting off the field. You just can't hit the quarterback late, and it's just so hard for these defenders. They get so close all game, and they get their opportunity, but you just have to avoid that contact and not put your defense in a bad spot.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. This will be 2nd and 9. Here's Dalton. Short pass. He's got Calcaterra. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Let's see what they do on 3rd and 4. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. We're about ready now for the punt.
Formation for the Eagles.
The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. A handoff here with Haskins. And he'll bring this to about the 25. That's Gerard Campbell getting in there to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's DeVito. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, New England.
That's good for a Patriots.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Here's a run going left. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. This will be 2nd down and 12. They'll run here with Hasty. He'll try to push his way forward, but there's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. Now DeVito. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. One team out, ready to send this one away.
For the Patriots.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Dalton. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. This one over before it started. Hit behind the line. It's going to be a loss of a couple. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now it's Dalton. He's going to take a shot downfield. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Bigsby. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third and 7. He'll drop to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. In some rhythm, good drive rolling. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete. Take Bigsby, the man he was looking for that time. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. 3rd and 11. Here's McKee. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This one from just under, and this is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Once more, it's Henderson. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Tackle there by Jalix Hunt.
Made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Just take a look down on the sideline. You can see the coach is just losing their mind. It's 3rd down. You force the incomplete pass. You're bringing up 4th down, and your rushers just have to find a way to avoid that late contact. And that late mistake here is going to cost them a fresh set of downs. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
2nd and 11. In motion goes Dobbs. On 2nd down, it's May. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. And in motion is Brown. Throwing on 3rd down is May. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll pitch it to Barkley. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. This will be third and long. Dalton. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The Patriots offense and the veteran A.J. Brown make their way back out, and he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Slot man in motion right. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 21, here's second and 9. Off the play fake, here's May.
May's pass, intended for Eli Raritan.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
Still third down.
Penalty yardage moves them closer for this third down attempt in this 3rd and 4. From out of the gun, here's May. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So the hope is your 1 third down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Man in motion is Smith. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And the defense not going to let him wiggle out of that one. They force him out behind the line of scrimmage. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Dalton. And that is knocked away. Incomplete. Nice play defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 4th down, out comes the punter, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. That one gonna land a little too close to the goal line. Doesn't stop into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. So now they'll pitch it out here. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's May. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here they come for 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Henderson. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that 1st down by about a yard or 2.
He'll get this one out to his fullback. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 yards.
First down.
Nick Sirianni thought about it, and he wants another look. He has thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Approachment, defense. Still first down.
Man in motion is Brown. May, little pop pass to the receiver. He's ripped down at the end. Looked like a face mask indeed. The flags are thrown.
Defense. Automatic first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Handoff, and it's Henderson. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henderson, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Going to be 3rd. They need 1. To throw now, May. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
May going to hold on to this one, and he will do it himself. He's in. Drake May. Touchdown, New England. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Borregales now for the extra point. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Dalton working from the pistol. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. That one was intended for Devontae Smith.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Dalton to throw. That's right side. He's gone count to Terra. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. What can they do here on third down and 7? To throw is Dalton. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And in motion is Brown. On first and 10, here's May. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second down and 8. We'll try the right side with Henderson. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. They'll run with Henderson. Marked down at the 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. Once more, Henderson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third and goal. Now May, that's to the end zone, intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Dalton. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air.
And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. Trevion Henderson and the rest of this New England offense set for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's May. Sure pass cut by Henry, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll run. Stevenson. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, it's May. To the left side, that is hauled in by Booty. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Yeah, and this is just clearly a sign of how the entire game has gone. Just frustration. This offense and this quarterback has continued to have their way with you on defense. And just an unnecessary hit. It's going to draw the flag every single time. And a bad day just keeps getting worse.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Now a 3rd and 2. In motion goes Dobbs. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriots field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.